Hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again with another one. So, before I get into the show, I just want to show you what happened in Syria. I'm going to keep talking about Syria until you know, guys, actually agree with me that we should make a show of Syria on the Football Connect. Until you, the fans, agrees, I'm going to still talk about this Syria in my first minutes that I do before getting into the show. But anyway, Syria was amazing again as usual. It was good. I was really excited to see how some of the games played out. Let me do it like this. How some of the games played out. Napoli drew. AC Milan drew. So it means the top of the level, it's still not separated. Them two teams are still the teams that are still up there at the top and they're still running the show. It was a chance yesterday evening for Inter AC Milan to be on top of Napoli, but drawing just kept them exactly at bay. I'm telling you, the Napoli guys were excited about this. They were really excited about this. I didn't watch the Napoli game, by the way, because there were a lot of Premier League games to watch, but I did watch the game between Inter versus AC Milan. Man. Guys, you are sleeping on Syria. You are sleeping on Syria. I'm telling you, you are missing out on the best competition at the moment. Especially if you were frustrated like me yesterday, because both of my teams lost yesterday. Liverpool lost, Barcelona drew. That was a loss to me. Both of my teams lost yesterday, and at the moment, I still don't have a proper team that I'm supporting in Syria, but I was excited to just watch good football, with no emotions, but excited, so into the game, and that was Inter versus AC. I felt like the ref was favoring Inter a lot. Some of the chances that went against AC were criminal. The penalties, the second one for me, I thought it was criminal, and it was just crazy. Inter had two penalties. The first penalty they considered, the second one they scored, the second one the goalkeeper saved it. AC Milan, on the other hand, they were on fire, man. The own goal that was scored by Inter, and the pressure that they kept on putting. I actually felt like Zlatan Ibrahimovic in the second half, he was actually making the team of AC Milan a main down rather than to actually be contributing a lot. I know he had that chance of the free kick which he hit and the goalkeeper saved. That one was a shot, man. And also there was a ball that hit the post that was kicked by AC in the last minute. I think there were 3 minutes left before the game was coming to an end. It was so close. Then the ball came to Casey and Casey kicked it up top. I was so surprised how he missed that. It was a good game all in all, guys. I was really excited to just witness good football being played. Now, I'm done. Before I go, I want to show you how the league, the lineup, or should I say the table of AC of Syria look like before we go to the international break. Oh, we are already in the international break. Just the way it looks like before we come back from the international break. So Napoli still at the top with 32 wins, 32 points, followed by AC Milan with 32 points. Also followed by Inter Milan with 25 points, Atalanta with 22, Lazio with 21. Juventus beat Fiorentina, by the way, so they moved. Roma are still number 6 with 19. Fiorentina still number 7 with 18. Juve have moved from number 10 to number 8 with 18 points. And Blonga at number 9 with 18 points. Verona with 16 points. And what else? Empoli with 16 points. So in a way, that's how it is looking like. Because at this moment, we are looking at what's happening up top. It was some good games, guys. It was really some good games. Let me just show you the matches, how they finished all of them. We'll definitely talk about them if you make the Serie A show. It was game week 12. Empoli played against Girona, finished 2-2. Spezia played against Torino. Spezia won by 1-0. Juventus won by 1-0. The last minute goal after Fiorentina were given a red card, I think in the second half or first half, the end of first half. Cagliari were beaten by Atalanta by 2-1. Venezia we beat Roma by 3 goals to 2. You see how the surprises, people, the surprises. Sibodira were beaten by Bologna by 2 goals to 0. We had uh, Udinese drew with Sisolo, but beat Sisolo by 3 goals to 2. Napoli versus Verona finished 1-1, and the Verona had a man down. Man, I need to go rewatch this game. I know they'll be playing it on DSTV. I'll tell you how the game was like, but I know I'll go check it out. Hey, Jose is really tired of losing, man. He's losing like crazy. Lazio beat Samateriana by 3 goals to 0. AC versus Inter finished 1-1. A controversial game, but yet an exciting game. So that was the results of Syria, people. And I keep telling people, you are sleeping on Syria. You are sleeping on Syria. It's really, really been exciting. Now I've said what has happened before. I'm gonna get the show started. So I have to make my angry face ready. So I hope you're ready for that. Premier League, guys, is just only in week 11 of the Premier League. And because of that, we have seen a lot of managers walking away, being sacked. Eddie Howe was sacked. The Norwich manager was sacked. Steve Bruce was sacked. The former Tottenham manager, Nuno, was sacked. And who else? A lot of people. Oh, Eddie Howe is actually coming to Napoli, by the way. So the Aston Villa manager was sacked. Nuno was sacked for Tottenham. Norwich manager was sacked. Who else? Who else? Somebody was sacked. Steve Bruce was sacked. There is other people that I'm not be missing, but you've also find out more about them. There are a lot of managers who are being sacked in the Premier League at the moment. And it looks like it's just going to continue happening. And what is still surprising for me is that Oli is still at the wheel. Well, you'll find out more about that one when we do what the hell is happening today, later on in the evening, around 10. You can see there is a reminder already on the Football Connect about that. You can go check it out. But you can see that it is really so much the pressure that the managers are going through. It's forcing some crazy movements and things happening as fast as they can. We are now having people like Frank Lampard being linked to be back in the Premier League. People like some people that you don't even expect them to be coming back in the Premier League, they're all coming back in the Premier League because it's really exciting and it's too much. There's too much that is happening. But there is a reason why I'm here. I'm here to talk about my team. You know, me team. I'll talk about what happened on the other results. I know Manchester City beat Manchester United. I should be talking about that, but that is a story for another day. But I'm here to talk about my team because that's the team that is giving me a problem. I'm here to complain about Liverpool because I can't take it no more, man. I can't take it, man. Liverpool is going to be the end of me, man. Liverpool are going to end my own natural life because they can. I couldn't even come to the live stream yesterday. Don't think I couldn't come to the stream. It was possible for me to come, guys, but I had so much emotion. Yesterday, I would have said things that I would have regret, and it wouldn't even make sense. I needed time to calm down, but I'm still angry, man. I'm still angry, man, because this is unbelievable, man. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. When I looked at the lineup yesterday, I was convinced that this was the best thing that we had. But what was that we were playing? That was criminal football that I was watching yesterday. I could not believe, I could not believe what I was seeing from Jurgen Klopp's boys. And some decisions that were done by the manager, some decisions were just totally, totally criminal, man. And some of the things that I felt like we would have dealt with very correctly, but they didn't. That was the worst part. They could not do with the right things right. And that was frustrating me. Why would you allow Antonio to keep bothering Allison when you see that he is not focusing on his job of doing this? Why can you actually use your natural mind as a defender to say that, oh, let me be the guy who's in the middle of Antonio and Allison, because that's where we are flopping. That's where the goals are coming from them. They are using this as their own thing. And it happened twice, and Liverpool kept letting it happening. In fact, not even twice, many times. The other time the ball hit the post, Alisson could not do anything from to save himself from the balls that were coming to him because Antonio was putting his goddamn weight on Alisson, and the team of Liverpool was not there to help him out. The defense of Liverpool were leaving Alisson being surrounded by three Watford players in the 18 area, in the 16 area, on a corner kick, and they're busy trying to defend a ball that they know they cannot reach. These guys, they knew that they cannot head the ball. If it is not Virgil van Dijk heading the ball, there is nobody else, totally nobody. And they let it happen twice, like twice they scored from the same position, twice. And they were hitting us on the counter attack. We looked like we were confused. We were so lost. And come on, man. I can't take it no more, man. I can't. I really can't, man. I really, really can't. That was criminal football. Now let me put on some things that I want to show you, man. This is too much for me. I can't, man. Okay. Liverpool's last games. I just want to go back. I just want to go back. I just want to go back and show you some things, people. It's not something that's starting now. It's actually has been happening a lot. Look at this. Look at this. I want you to tell me this, people. What can you say about this? Look at this. We drew against Chelsea. We beat Leeds United by 3 goals to nil. We beat AC Milan, of course, by 3 goals to nil. Where did I go? Where did I go? Wait. Oh, actually, I don't think it's a left that side. I need to come back. Then we drew with Man City, which made sense. After, oh wait, before that we beat AC Milan, beat Crystal Palace by 3 goals to nil, beat Norwich by 3 goals to nil. Went to draw with Brentford by 3-3. Beat Porto by 5 goals to 1. Drew with Man City. Beat Watford by 5 goals to nil. Beat Atletico Madrid by 3 goals to nil. Beat Manchester United by 5 goals to nil. Beat Pestry by 2 goals to nil. Draw with the Brighton by 2-2. Beat Atletico by 2 goals to nil. Beaten by West Ham by 3 goals to 2. Of all the games that I've mentioned, the games we are not expected to win, we are winning. The games we should be winning, we are being embarrassed, man. What is wrong with the Liverpool? How did we draw with the Brentford? How? How are we drawing with the Brighton, who almost beat us, by the way? Let us be clear about that one. We were almost beaten by Brighton. Go watch the game. Brighton almost beat us. West Ham, yesterday, they totally what is the word I can use? They totally embarrassed, made the midfield look like they were nowhere. Oaks, he was there in the first half. Second half, he was totally nowhere. Henderson, the first half, I said it yesterday when I was watching the game. Countless times he was getting the ball, just kicking it up top, getting the ball, kicking out top. I've never seen Liverpool midfield look like they were out of ideas, that the only thing that they thought of doing was kicking the ball at the front. Nothing, anything that they were doing, just kicking the balls at the front. Andy Robertson, yes, he was running, he was doing all, but man, come on. You can't tell me that with the performance that Konstantino Tsimikas put out, they put a player like him down and put Andy Robertson, who has not been on form. What was that? Like literally, what was that? One thing I have to say, the Hammers got so correctly was stopping Liverpool from crossing the balls from the wing backs. So it means Trent Alexander-Arnold's balls were really useless. He tried the low balls that were defending them. He tried the high balls that were heading them. All those balls were really, really useless. Now I need to mention something that people keeps on overlooking. They're not talking about it. All the goals we have been scored at corners going to the wing backs, it was always a Trent Alexander-Arnold's position. And what kills me is this. Trent Alexander-Arnold, every single time whenever we have been scored these goals, he's just ball watching. I don't know. Is he afraid of jumping and trying to head the ball? Is he afraid of putting himself? Check it. Go watch the Brentford game. The ball that they scored the last minute to make it 3-3. It was scored exactly where Trent Alexander-Arnold was standing, and he could not jump to stop the ball from actually passing him. Go watch it again yesterday against Watford. The Zuma goal, it was scored. Trent Alexander-Arnold was just watching. Like, he is busy ball watching when he's supposed to be defending. Why do you have to be in the 18 area if you're not going to be doing your job? Why can't you not go stand outside so that at least the like of Diego Jota, Sadio Mane can go replace your position at that point? Because if you're going to be there looking at the players, then you are literally making us one man down. You are making us miss a man down. That's all that you were doing. And it was really frustrating for me that defensively we expect defenders to be jumping. Look at Robertson. He jumps whenever he has to be. He might miss them, but he actually shows that there is heart in what he's doing. Trent Alexander-Arnold was doing nothing like that. In fact, we were missing a defender when it came to the corner kicks, and they were so loving them because that was what they were using to win the game. That was exactly what they were using to win the game, and it was too much. It was criminal, man. It was totally criminal, man. I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was, come on, man. There's a lot that I have in my mind and I cannot even put them into words because of what I was watching from Liverpool. Sadio Mane, what was he doing? For the second ball, what was he doing? He is busy throwing the ball, trying to do 1-2 passes. He loses the ball. The guy hit us on the counter attack. The ball passed in front of Matip. I have to say, in defense, the guy who worked overtime, who was really the man who was showing that he was there in defense, it was Virgil van Dijk over all the 4 people who were in the back. It was Virgil van Dijk. Many times, countless times, he saved us from Antonio. He saved us from these guys when they were hitting us on the counter attack. They used the counter attack on their advantages, and it worked for them. And the worst part, they were poised that they were attacking countless times. And for us to even say that the mighty Liverpool who can also use the counter attack on their advantage, we were nowhere to be found. I don't want to lie to you. Yesterday, it was so frustrating, man. It was so frustrating, man. I couldn't take it no more. I couldn't take it no more. I was so emotional yesterday that I could not come on the stream. What was that? Ox Chamberlain, I'm telling you, I don't think he will be getting any of his jersey anytime soon. Especially what happened in the second half. It was nowhere to be found, man. It was nowhere to be found. I know that we have players injured. Why didn't we not replace Jorginho Ronaldo when we let a player we never got injured? Now we don't have players. We now try to blame. But yesterday's games, it was not even about the game players. It was the energy in the midfield. It was missing, man. The energy in the midfield, it was missing, man. Some players were so pretty much slow. The likes of Fabinho, the likes of Henderson. Fabinho was even trying to do as much as he could, but some people were actually falling asleep on the ball. Many times they hit us on the counter attack because a lot of players were falling asleep on the ball, and it was too much. I could not take it no more. And yesterday's mission for Antonio was to make Alisson's day a living hell and Virgil van Dijk in defense because he kept on bothering Van Dijk so that he does not deal with the other guys who were scoring. Matip was literally nowhere. I felt like yesterday Konate was going to do better than Matip. I know I said Konate was not yet ready, but at least with the speed he was going to do something. Matip, on the other hand, he was nowhere to be found. He was just too much, man. And the first goal for them, I felt like the ref got that wrong. The guy hit Alisson with the elbow at the back. I have no idea how that was a goal. I don't know how that was a goal, but it does not take out the thing that happened that Liverpool led this team win, disturbed us and made us lose the most important 3 points. Now with the amount of draws we have, this loss that we got really proved to not only to us but to the world that we are really the worst. People told us that last season we suffered defensively, and we saw what happened. This season, with the amount of midfielders we were losing, how much were we gonna stand to the pressure? And it's now coming clear, man. We can't. We need the different midfielders. We can't. And I hate it. We lost Lovren. Jurgen Klopp did not replace him. We had a problem of defense. We lost Eugenio Ronaldo. Jurgen Klopp did not replace him. Now look why we are suffering. If it wasn't not because of the class of the likes of Mohamed Salah, we won't be any way to talk about it. Anything that is happening in this game. It keeps happening day in and day out, and it looks like there's no way back. There's literally no way back. We keep losing, and we are allowing goals to go in like nobody's business. Our defense is completely void. Like we are really missing, man. I don't know. Should we try Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk? Maybe it might change something because Konate versus Van Dijk did not work. Virgil van Dijk versus Matip, it looks like it's not working. Maybe we need to try Joe Gomez, man. We need to try Joe Gomez, or maybe even Nat Phillips, man. Because I'm telling you, he's gonna try by all means to win those head balls that were coming in. Something that we needed yesterday, could not get that from Matip. We need to work on our team. Some things have to change, man. Midfielders, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Curtis Jones is out with an injury. Harvey Elliott out with an injury. A lot of people are out with an injury. The ones that are there are not stepping. Milner out with an injury, which I felt like with Milner things would have been better, but he's out. We need somebody who's gonna try to fill the void. And I am telling you, this is too much, and we keep losing. Yesterday, there was so much on Mohamed Salah. We could not shoot from outside because they were blocking like nobody's business, man. They were blocking like nobody's business, man. It was crazy. It was so peak out of here, man. I don't wanna lie to you. The Hamas go ahead us on a spliff, man. They had us on a spliff, man, and they were controlling us. They were destroying us. They did everything they could right. And I don't wanna lie to you. We had nothing, like totally nothing to give back into that game. We had nothing. And we proved it. We were totally nobody in that game. We had nothing to give back into the game. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section, people. How did you see the Liverpool game? What do you think Klopp has to do? The tactics, man, he got it wrong again. And the substitutes, and I think some of the starting like Robertson should have not been in that game. Tsimikas should have continued. Origi came in, scored a goal, and I'm telling you, you won't be in the next game. Yesterday, somehow I felt like I missed the Firmino, but I don't know what he was going to do if I was there. But we were missing something. We needed something, and it wasn't there, and we suffered the consequences. We suffered horribly. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, people. I can keep going again about Liverpool, and tomorrow may come because I have a lot to say, and I'm still angry, man. I'm totally angry, man. We keep losing points to the guys we are not supposed to be losing. Brentford, West Ham, Brighton, the teams that you don't expect us to be losing at. So anyway, I'm gonna give you an update of over what happened and show you the table before I disappear, people. So it was week 11, which was underway. Southampton played against Aston Villa. That's why Aston Villa sacked their manager because Southampton humiliated them. Manchester United played against City. The goal that Bernardo Silva scored, up to now, I still have no idea how he scored past the gear, the Akitengo. But Eric Bailey scored himself. United were not in the game. That's it. That's it. We'll talk more about this game as we go on in the season. One thing that I can say is this: United were able to stop the humiliation. They did not score. Man City did not get the chance to score half a dozen or even more goals. Thank God to that. Liverpool did that already. So yeah, there is that as well to talk about. There is that to talk about as well. So we'll continue with that. Anyway, on the other hand, we had the game between Chelsea, who drew against Burnley. A clear chance for Liverpool to take advantage of this and come back into this. Burnley were the first team to score. Chelsea in open play. What magnificent goal that was scored. What an amazing goal that was scored by Burnley to actually make it count or to actually beat Mendy for the first time. Crystal Palace played against the Wolves. Crystal won by 2-0. It was a good game. Brentford were beaten by Norwich, and Norwich sacked their manager after that. It's really crazy, man. It's peaked down here. Newcastle played against Brighton and drew 1-1. Imagine Newcastle able to stop Brighton, and Liverpool can't even beat Brighton. You will be surprised if we don't get a draw or beaten by Newcastle. It is happening in this moment. It's like we're back to the Liverpool 2017. Good with the big teams, terrible with the small teams. That is it. That's how we are playing, and it is just the worst. I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. It's really, 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 really too much, man, for me. It's really too much for me. Too much for me. The Hammers played against Everton. Everton got a red card in the last minute. Tottenham versus versus Everton. Everton got a red card in the last minute, but Tottenham, there's still a lot to work on, but you could see the pressing football, counter football is there. Everyone was working. Even Ben Davies looked like a new signing for Tottenham Hotspurs, man, because of what Conte is doing. And the Hurricane, as much as there were a lot of errors that he was committing sometimes, somehow, but he showed that he was fighting and he was doing the right passes, moving the ball the right way. It was exciting. Leeds played against Leicester, finished 1-1. I have to check out that game. But yeah, Leicester scored, but the goal was ruled for offside and stuff like that. Watford played against Arsenal, and Emil Smith-Rowe scored a goal, which made it 1-0 to Arsenal, which I thought it was not supposed to be a goal because they had injured Watford player who was on the ground still feeling the pain, but VAR didn't see any problem with the tackle. But if you go look at the tackle, you see that he deserved to be getting something. Then the Hammers versus Liverpool was the last game yesterday where we were beaten by 3-0. So the unbeaten run is over. 25 games unbeaten. We could not go game number 26. It's over. And if you look in the history of Liverpool, no manager has managed to go over the game number 26. So never makes sense. Never really makes sense. But anyway, all in all, that was it. Log standing now. Chelsea is still at the top with a draw in their bag now. They have 1 loss, 2 draws. Man City, number 2 with 23 points. With a win against United. The Hammers with 23 points with a win against Liverpool. They've won more games than Liverpool, 7, drawn twice and lost twice. Liverpool drawn 4 times, lost 1 time, and won 6 times. Then we've got United 5 times, won 2 draws, 4 losses. Then we have Burnley at 7, and as we go on, Wolves are there, Tottenham number 9, Crystal Palace 10. So there is that in the lineup. You can go check it out, go analyze it. At the bottom of the league, what is happening is this: Norwich still with the first game win that they got, they have moved, but still below Newcastle, because Newcastle have not yet won the game, but they've drawn more than Norwich. Norwich have lost 8 times, but look at that. That was amazing. So that is it. We will keep you updated with whatever that happens. Aston Villa, look where they are. Southampton, look where they are. The teams that were beating us, by the West Ham, they're up top. I can't say anything bad about them. Anyway, people, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be back with what the hell happened this week. Need to talk more about Liverpool. I need to talk about elsewhere, but like I'm saying, Liverpool are going to send me to the ER. I mean, the passion sometimes get over me. And this week was even the worst because La Liga, Barcelona drew 3-3. It was even the worst. But anyway, in terms of the derbies, Soweto derby was won by Kaizer Chiefs. You can go check it out in the video that I did. But yeah, that is it, people. Thank you very much for watching. Sam still angry, but we will work on that. I hope in the evening we'll be enjoying talking about the managers who are gone, and let's see what we do over the international break.
Beats the goalkeeper. You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan